I'm Diego Sanchez, president of HousingWire, and this is 10-Minute Talks. My guest today is Julie Raisch, Chief Strategy Officer of Newrez. Julie, welcome to 10-Minute Talks.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
I'm really excited to have you on. Before we dive in, could you give a 60-second introduction of yourself and your role at Newrez?
Sure. So I'm based here in New York, started my career in finance, Goldman Sachs, and then spent about a decade in what's known as prop tech. And so really in and around the real estate community. And I joined Newrez in October of last year as Chief Strategy Officer. And so that role, what that means here is I work with Baron on a bunch of our large strategic initiatives. I cover investor relations, communications, and really our positioning as a company. And I'll talk a little more about that, but just really exciting time to be here.
Yeah, that's a big portfolio. And you joined Newrez after stops at a couple of different prop tech companies, EasyKnock, WeWork, CompStack. What is the thread that ties these experiences together for you?
I think for me, it was always growth, right? And so those companies are at a slightly different stage than Newrez is today. But really around joining companies at a really exciting kind of pivotal transitional times. And I think that, coming to Newrez, I've already been able to leverage those connections in kind of the fintech and prop tech communities and partner with really the leaders that I work with here. So, in terms of how I ended up here, it really for me is hands down the team. Baron's an amazing leader. We had met actually one of my prior roles, kind of stayed in touch, and then getting to meet and work now with the broader leadership team. The pedigree of our team is incredibly impressive. I work with really intelligent people with a really strong background in mortgage. So it's really exciting.
Yeah, so it sounds like you like to enter at pivotal moments. What do you think the pivotal moment is now, either for Newrez or for the mortgage industry overall, or maybe both?
Yeah, I really think both. So for us, I mean, and this, you kind of asked the thread between this and my previous companies. It's really been just about there being a ton of upside. So I think we're building something really special here, but in many ways, we're just getting started and are pretty new to the game. That said, we're a top 5 servicer and originator, and the company's been built in this really interesting way. And we've got a really unique opportunity to really define and grow the platform. And so that's really what we're focused on is growth and really kind of telling that Newrez story more broadly in the market.
Yeah, when I spoke with Baron at HousingWire Annual, he was really focused on growing the servicing book and then originating from that book. So kind of the full mortgage life cycle, for customers. Does that continue to be the strategy for Newrez? Are there other things that you're adding to the strategy?
Absolutely. So we've got 2.8 million customers, right, and growing. And what we're excited about is growing this best-in-class platform. So how can we be there for our customers through every single part of their home ownership journey? We've got a new branding that's really around us being the homeowner's champion. And so really how we take championing home ownership is really how do you make that process, really a great one and a rewarding one for homeowners at every step through that journey from origination all the way through the servicing journey. We've got a differentiated business. We've got 2 sides. We've got originations and servicing. We're in every originations vertical. And then our servicing book is really broad and kind of, our capabilities on that side of the business. So we play all throughout that journey. It's something that, enriching that. We like to do that through partnerships and to do that through, ways to just improve the level of service that we're giving to our customers.
Let's dig in a little more there. I've been a homeowner in my life, and I can't say that the servicing relationships that I've had have been the most stellar. They've been pretty clunky from a technology and UX perspective. And a lot of times I didn't even know who my servicer was. So how are you tackling that issue of servicing kind of being pretty backwards for the most part?
Sure. And you had said earlier about kind of the transition point in the mortgage industry. I think we're sitting on one of those right now with AI. It's a place we've been making a lot of investment. And in really looking at, to your point about that, getting the warm and fuzzies about your servicer, it's really when things go smoothly, right? And so we've got some of the best kind of in the industry. About north of 80% of our customers self-service, and so that's really that lack of touch actually is success in that specific vertical. We also look at what are different ways that we can deliver service to customers kind of beyond just that bill collection, right? And so we think that there's ways in which we can help customers. We're delivering them insights on their home equity. When they look to repurchase, we have invested a lot in our recapture efforts. And so that's making sure that customers are getting, offers at the right time throughout that journey, making sure that, where we're able to deliver to them, purchase perks upon them entering into our ecosystem or purchasing a home, through, and then ending up staying in the portfolio through recapture. That's something that, we think that we can continue to grow and continue to deliver to customers.
Yeah, I mean, in general, in mortgage, recapture retention is abysmally low, like below 20% in the industry overall. How does Newrez look at that? What are you trying to achieve in terms of that recapture retention rate from your portfolio?
So we're all about, so there's two things, right? Part of it is around operational capacity. And so that's where you start to see, we run a great business here. And then a lot of the tech that enables us to flex, right? As originations pick up, right? And the environment starts to change. And then beyond that, it's how do we create a really great customer experience through being serviced by Newrez, such that the customer sees value that when, I'm ready to move out of this one and move into a new one, I'm going to stick with this lender. The other interesting thing about us as compared to others in the market in our model is that we are in every origination channel. So we talk a lot about meeting the customer where they want to be met. So that is something that we're able to do through our retail branch, through our consumer direct. We're able to do that kind of through a lot of different channels to meet that customer.
Aaron and I also spoke about M&A quite a bit at HousingWire Annual. Will M&A continue to be a core part of Newrez's growth strategy?
Yes, certainly. And opportunistically. Right now I got to close SLS. So that's something that we're focused on the M&A side. But, we view this as a way we haven't really built this platform organically, right? A lot of it's been through acquisition. So we see these deals as an opportunity to add capabilities and add scale.
You must have a pretty extensive integration team because you've done some pretty big M&A. Are you getting better at integration? I know that can be a really tough part of M&A. And how do you improve that integration capability from deal to deal?
I'd liken it to a team of athletes, right? I think we're like, our muscles are really good at that. And so the team, every deal looks different, right? But our team is really great and open to both things changing and understanding what needs to be done and all of the different kind of boxes that need to be checked. And so I'd say it's a really thoughtful team. It's a team that, there's a whole lot of hard work in that, but we're really proud of kind of the business we built and then looking to continue to grow that.
So we're doing this virtually, but I'll get the chance to meet you in 18 days, I think, at the gathering in Scottsdale. What attracted you to that event? Why are you joining us in Scottsdale?
First off, HousingWire is our favorite publication. So it's obviously that, getting the opportunity to go out there. No, I remember actually probably years ago when I was newer to the industry, a friend telling me that they looked forward to these conferences, right? Because there's an opportunity to see all their friends. And I kind of got off the phone and I was like, oh, that's kind of lame, And then here I am, and I cannot wait to see a bunch of people that I've known in the industry for years. I'm really, really looking forward to it. Y'all have put together an amazing lineup of speakers. So I'm excited to go out there. I am excited to, see who we could potentially partner with, right? And get to know. I told you a lot of my charge is really about how we're presenting ourselves in the industry, how we're interacting with others. And so we're excited to go. So I'm really looking forward to it. I know it's only a few short weeks away.
Yeah, it's coming very quickly. When we talk about partnerships, what kind of partnerships are you thinking about? I assume you're thinking about like mortgage brokers, other lenders, real estate brokerages. What's top of mind for you?
Sure. I would say all of the above, right? So, to the extent you mentioned brokers, we've got a really strong wholesale business. I think that, that obviously partnership and through our joint ventures business, partnerships core to that. I think also more broadly, partnering with fintechs and prop tech companies that'll help our end customer get a better experience. So recently executed one of those. I know you all wrote about it in our launch of Newrez Home Rewards. So to the extent that we're able to use partnerships to drive really expanding our offering, that's something that's certainly looking to connect with people on.
Amazing. Well, I look forward to meeting you in real life in just a
Yeah.
couple of weeks. Great chatting with you today.
Okay. Thanks so much.